Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. I got your weekly crypto YouTuber update, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, this week I got 4 videos for you guys to watch. I think these are some great videos that you guys should take a look at, and there's some good information in here this week, so let's jump into it. Alright, so the first video is by, Kyron with No BS Crypto. You guys have seen a lot of his videos before that I've talked about on my channel. This is another good one I think you guys will like, and we'll take a look at it here, and I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Influencers fundamentally are wrong most of the time. Is that I'm not trying to single out people and say, haha, you don't understand this, this is right, I'm right, blah, blah, blah. None of that sort of stuff. We're not trying to name and shame or do that to people here. But I do have a vested interest in everyone listening to other influencers' success. If I'm not just going to stand by, I'm sorry, and let someone tell you something that I know is fundamentally incorrect just because I don't want to stir up any sort of drama. I don't like that. It's against my morals. That's not what I like to do, okay? So in this case, some of the things I'm talking about here is relying on metrics. What I mean by that is looking in the past at what makes a quality project and saying, well, hey, the TPS is increasing, the blocks per second are increasing, whatever it may be, or as you can see here, they're spinning up X, Y, and Z, and there's new accounts and active users. I've been there before, guys. I used to be the guy that used to sit there and stare at on-chain data all day and say, well, this project looks like it's gaining traction, therefore it must be good. No. What makes a project quality in this bull run, no matter what any other influencer tells you, is fundamentally pumpamentals. Now, a few other YouTubers have been catching on to this.
So you guys can check this video out. He's talking about the pumpamentals, and basically these are, things that he thinks could potentially give good signs of a project that could pump in the bull run here. And I agree with this. It's not all about the metrics, I get a lot of comments on my videos, especially any video to do with ICP, and you guys know who you are out there. The ICP crowd is, and same with Jasmine, they're such a strong community. They're so passionate about their coin that no matter what happens with it, they think that it is going to absolutely fly in this bull run because it's better than the other projects out there. Now, ICP definitely has a lot of better technology than Solana. And it is a much lower market cap, so the potential for it to have bigger gains in this bull run is there, but that doesn't mean it's going to get to where Solana is in market cap or where Solana is headed in market cap. Just because the tech is better, that doesn't mean anything. It's all about hype in crypto and adoption and use case as far as people actually using it and the adoption aspect of it. So you guys got to kind of keep that in mind, even though the technology, look at Quant, for example. Quant has fantastic technology, but it hasn't pumped at all in this cycle yet. So fundamentals and tech doesn't really mean a whole lot when it comes to projects. It's a lot about the hype, the narrative, and other factors out there. So you have to kind of take that into consideration. Just because you know a project is fantastic does not mean that it will do well in this bull run. So there's other things that he's going to cover in this video to kind of give you his opinion on why he thinks certain coins will pump versus others. So take a look at it. It's good to get other other viewpoints out there on multiple projects, multiple things in crypto to take a look at. Because you don't want to be stuck in one thought process, and if your thought process is wrong, there goes your gains in this bull run. So take a look at this video. I think it's got some great information for you guys. So the next video here is by Crypto John. I'll play this and kind of go over this one as well. So here we go with this one.
What's up, guys? In today's video, I want to go over the importance of the upcoming catalysts for the Ethereum ETF, and also a common mistake that I get asked about often on my videos and live streams. We'll get into that in a minute. So first off, Ethereum right now is 3,500. Bitcoin looks like it might go down again below 67K. And the recent forecast for crypto was to have a red or a gray summer, which has pretty much been on track for the entire summer. Going into the fall, Q3, heading into Q4 later on this year, I expect a reversal. Doesn't mean we're going to have a huge pump, but it's going to be a sign of strength that the market's going to get better. Right now, a lot of people left the market. They still have, I see it, a lot of the old people who were here I can tell they're gone. They're no longer watching YouTube. They probably cashed out, some of them, and some probably lost motivation. And like most do during this time of red, and they left. Or some are just out partying right now. They're at the bars, they're at the clubs, they're at the malls, they're on vacations, they're doing this with their surf sides or their high noons or their shots, whatever. So I get it. People want to have fun. You know, a lot of people don't have that forecast, the vision of trying to become financially free. You know, if you're enjoying your summer right now and you hate going to work on a Monday, ask yourself, if you can enjoy every day and live life to the fullest without going to a job, would you do it? The majority of you would say yes. So, you know, I understand this is boring to look at. Trust me, I get it. It's also sometimes demotivating because you put all your money and time in the market and then you think it's going one way and then boom, it goes another way. But I want to emphasize the importance of ETFs in the market. Exchange trade funds signal long-term growth because they signal adoption and also client usage, okay? An ETF is where someone with less risk than the majority of investors who are buying like crazy coins, it gives them exposure.
So I'll stop it there. You guys can watch this video. John has some great information in here. And I feel that he's right about the adoption portion from ETH and Bitcoin and their ETFs and the importance of that and the importance it's going to have on this cycle. It is going to bring more people into the space. And there's more other stuff in his video too that is some great information as well. It's not just all about the ETFs and that, but he's got some good points in here as far as that. It's definitely going to bring more people into crypto that have never been into it before. And once they get the taste of Bitcoin and they start seeing, you know, how crazy Bitcoin can go, and then maybe Ethereum, if Ethereum takes off, and maybe if we get a Solana ETF and that goes crazy, they're going to look at that and they're going to be like, stocks are boring. And they're going to start looking at other altcoins and jump from their stocks into their cryptos. And that money, because the stock market has been very profitable this whole year, money from those stock market accounts could start flowing into crypto once retail starts going in here. And you'll see that, like the last bull run, there was all kinds of crazy trading last bull run on Robinhood, and there was lots of crypto trading that went from stocks into crypto, and a lot of that was done through Robinhood. And then Robinhood dropped a lot of those cryptos because of the SEC issue, and they're starting to pick up some of them again, I believe is what I heard. So you got to remember that this bull run, if it gets triggered and this Ethereum ETF and Bitcoin ETF are in play, and we've already hit a new all-time high with Bitcoin before the halving, and now we're just starting to hopefully go into a bull run. No guarantee of that, but hopefully everything's kind of pointing in that direction. This could be an absolutely massive bull run, so kind of keep that in mind. And you know, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen here. But either way, check out John's video. He's got some great information in here. We'll jump into the next one now. So this is a video. I'll just play a quick clip of this from Altcoin Daily. There is some good information in here about BlackRock and the fact that they bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in July, and not a lot of people are talking about it. And there's some other good information in this video as well.
Obviously, there's more to it than just Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been highly successful, but the Ethereum ETFs are about to launch next week, BlackRock and many others. We're going to have the Solana ETFs next, presumably. So yeah, what do you think BlackRock is planning? Now, I'll tell you, it has something to do with this. BlackRock's Buildle tokenization fund just hit 500 million in assets under management. So you know BlackRock's Buildle, you know it uses Ethereum rails. BlackRock is trusting Ethereum right now to hold and service $500 million in assets under management. And the growth that we've seen with this in the past month or so has been significant. Key partnerships include Securitize, Circle, and Ondo Finance. They've been crucial in Buildle's development and integration with the DeFi ecosystem. So what does all this mean? What exactly is BlackRock's Buildle? How exactly are they working with these companies?
So take a look at this video, guy. There's a bunch of good information in here. And all these things adding up is what I'm getting at, is like all this adoption that's happening right before our eyes. It's just a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. You got the biggest investors in the world now taking crypto seriously. Last bull run, none of these guys were taking it seriously. They were all fudding crypto, talking bad about crypto, and we still had a fantastic bull run last bull run. In my opinion, it could have been better, obviously, compared to the previous ones, but it was still a good bull run. It was, you know, it was different because we had a double top, so it was very confusing. You thought the bull run might have been over, and then we took off into the main bull run after that. So, you know, things could happen in this cycle that kind of mess with your mind. That's, you know, that's what this market does. So that's why you want to take out profits when things are bullish and not wait for special price points. But, you know, watch these videos and all the information and kind of think about all the adoption that's happening in the background with crypto. It's absolutely amazing the stuff that's happened since the last bull run. So if we haven't gotten into the bull run yet and we haven't even started in it and we've already gotten this far, I think it's going to be absolutely explosive. So I'm going to play this quick clip from Crypto Banter, and it talks about some different things with the bull run here and why these 4 guys, not just Rand, but these other 3 guys he's got on the video here and interviewing them, why they think that the bull run hasn't even started yet. The kind of the same thought process as me. I'll play a little bit of this, and then you guys should check out this video. It is 50 minutes long. There's a lot of good information in here. And there, you know, I love seeing some of the other guests on his show to get their opinions on stuff, because he pulls in people from all different areas of crypto. So you do get a well-rounded information sometimes on this show. Not all the time, but sometimes you do.
So you have to be really careful there. But overall, yeah, constructively bullish into Q4 of this year. I think where we are right now is sort of a mid-bull market consolidation. One thing I look at a lot is, you know, the x-axis of the chart, not just the y-axis, right? Thinking about the element of time and kind of how to play that into cycles. And for me, like, kind of a broader thesis I have is that speculative capital can stick around in markets consecutively for like 2.5 to potentially 3 years. That's kind of like the 2020 to 2022 move. It's about like 150 weeks. And right now we're in about week 75 since markets really started to come off the bottoms of the floors. The idea that, you know, this is like an actual top and 75 weeks was kind of it is a little bit ridiculous to me.
I think for anyone that's been here in a bull market, we know what the top of a bull market feels like, even though generally when we get caught up in it, we don't feel it. But this didn't feel like a top. There was no euphoria. There was no peak. Retail never even got you. Like, in this cycle, honestly, the only people that I know that are trading crypto are people that have been here for a while, or people that kind of half check out and started to come back. But retail hasn't got you. And I always gauge that based on the views to our shows. Like, I know what our views are in the bull market, and I know what the views are in the middle market and a bear market. And I can tell you, based on views alone and based on exchange trading volume, which is the 2 things that I'm working off here, we're in a bear correction in a bull market very similar to all the post-halving corrections. And that's just all the data that I've looked at actually gives me that feedback. And then I kind of say, well, if that's the case, why did we go so far up in the beginning? And that's because we had the ETF propping us up. And when markets overshoot, then what they do is they tend to go back towards equilibrium. And so the corrections are quite steep. Even though I must say, like, for those of us that have been here before, this was not a correction. This is like a 25%. Like, honestly, I remember being scared of corrections in the previous 2 bull markets. Like, when a correction came, I remember shitting my pants. Like, I didn't even flinch here. Like, at no point in this correction was I scared. And that's, you know, either I'm seasoned or this was just a very gentle correction.
Yeah, definitely in Bitcoin, it was not bad, but in a lot of the alts, they got crushed. Because I think, like you said, like, retail hadn't really arrived, and you had this huge backlog of projects that had raised in like 2021, 2022, 2023, all launching into kind of the hype of this ETF, and not a ton of new retail money coming in. And then that just kind of dilutes all the projects amongst each other. So we've seen a lot of these altcoins go down 50 to 70%, even though Bitcoin's only 20% off its all-time highs.
So I fully agree with these guys. You know, from being in a bull run, didn't feel like a bull run to me. Didn't feel like the bull run even gotten started yet. To me, when a bull run's actually towards the top, in my opinion, you're going to see people throwing crazy money at stuff that you think is absolutely ridiculous, and you'd be like, why are they doing that? Why are they buying these NFTs for $10,000 or $100,000? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Why would anybody throw that much money at these? But they do, because they've made so much profit in these bull runs. They get so crazy and the money comes in so quickly that people have all this money that they've never had before, and they just start throwing it at stupid stuff. I mean, you'll see some really stupid stuff in this bull run. If we get into a bull run like we have in the past, you're going to see stuff and you're going to be like, this is absolutely crazy. There were people out there literally buying a picture of a rock for like $1 million in the last bull run. Just a plain picture of a rock, an NFT. You know, there was all of the Bored Ape Club NFTs going for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and all kinds of just crazy stuff out there. You're going to see all that stuff. You're going to see new NFTs going like crazy. In my opinion, there's going to be an NFT season again. It's bound to come back. You're going to see stupid money thrown at those things, and you're going to see crazy stuff like that. And you're going to see some crazy fluctuations in prices of coins where they go 10x overnight, 20x overnight. You're going to see some really stupid stuff. And I'm not talking just these meme coins that, yes, there have been some meme coins that have done that. It's like baby meme coins. No, I'm talking about these projects that are already known. You're going to see some ridiculous projects out there that, you know, are pretty well known by now, absolutely go crazy overnight in some of these bull run, surges in the bull run here. So, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, I don't think the bull run's even started yet, but this is a great video for you guys to listen to. These guys give all different opinions on why they think that we're just in a typical after having correction before we take off into a bull run towards the end of the year. Does that mean we'll peak out in this year or peak out, in the beginning of 2025? We don't know. Usually that happens at the end of the year after the halving. Like he was saying, there's usually 150 week cycle for the bull run, and we're only about 75 weeks into it, so we're maybe halfway there. So that would typically put us towards the end of 2025 if that happens. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee of any of this, guys, but I like to hear other people's opinions out there, because to me, what we had earlier this year and late last year did not feel like a bull run to me at all. Just felt like a bullish time in the market, and I took some profits out because I had some very strong feelings that we were going to get a correction, and we did get a correction, but to me it hasn't even felt like a correction like I've felt before, even in the middle of a bull run. The corrections that were in the last bull run made you, like he said, crap your pants. You were terrified that you were going to lose your funds. You were terrified that your portfolio was going to go to zero in these corrections, and in my opinion, we haven't had a real correction yet. So that's why I tell people not to go, too crazy into, dumping all their money into stuff at any point in time in the correction, because it could keep going. We don't know. It doesn't look like we're going to keep going. It looks like we're going to kind of stay around this, price range maybe till September, and then maybe start taking off. But we still could come back down. We don't know yet. So just be careful out there. But take a look at this video, guys. It has some great information in it. I'm also going to play a quick clip from Crypto Crew University here. You guys can take a look at this video. It's got some good information in it. Some of the stuff that he has does have some good information as far as the patterns of Bitcoin. So I'll play a little bit of this quick, and you guys can take a look at this, because I think it is, he does have some good points in this, and kind of some points that I've made in my videos about the wicks on the Bitcoin chart.
The bodies tell the facts, the wicks tell the story. And the story is, when you have a large wick on the downside here, most people will say, well, you don't want a wick on the downside because it went way down here. Well, that's not true at all. What happens is price did go way down here, and it was bought up heavily. It reversed precisely at this market structure, which coincides with this precise market structure of February of this year, right? So way back in February, we had this little pivot high here, which happened to be the exact level that we had a swing low at as we just printed this candle. So when we got down here, it was bought up heavily. Some people with deep pockets saw what was happening. They saw how low we got in the RSI, and they bought it up, and we were left with this huge wick. Now, anytime you have a big wick to the downside, it simply means momentum to the upside.
So you guys can take a look at this video here, and he'll talk about these wicks and how this strong of a wick usually means upward momentum for the weeks following, but he's also likely going to talk about in the future here this channel, and we need to get above this channel here and get candles closing above this channel, not just wicks above it, before we're actually in a bull run. So that's kind of what we're looking for here to confirm that we're in a bull run. That's in the 70-some thousand range. So hopefully we get up there and start making and printing candles above this. If we do that, then it's game on. So take a look at this video, guys. He does have some good information in here, but that's pretty much what I got for this week, guys. I hope you appreciate it. Take a look at these videos. I'll leave the links for them in the description below so you guys can take a look at it. And, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. To try to do these weekly so you get information from multiple sources out there, not just me. I'm just a guy out here sharing what I'm doing and share which projects that I think are good. Take it or leave it, guys. I appreciate all of you that watch my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it, guys. We'll see you on the next video.